Guys, I want to thank you for stopping by the channel today and hitting that play button. I'm always appreciative to all you guys who come and visit the channel, whether it's on Saturday morning at 9 a.m. when these videos are released, or sometimes, of course, during the course of the week when you have an opportunity to actually watch the video. But this week is kind of been, it's been one of those weeks, guys.
Life is a box of chocolates, Forrest. You never know what you're gonna get.
Guys, it's been raining, threatening to rain. I feel like I live in Seattle, Washington, you know.
Hold on!
If you're from that area, it seems like every day it rains at some point. But that's kind of what the kind of weather we've been dealing with here in Oklahoma, and unfortunately for us, anytime we get any type of inclement weather, it can always turn violent, you know, relatively quickly. So, haven't been able to shoot any footage. I was wanting to be out with the vet club, but it just wasn't possible to get any type of footage as far as this week. So what I planned on doing is, instead of just not releasing a video at all, I wanted to show you guys, kind of show you what I use to put these videos together. You know, so many people, you know, we all watch YouTube, and whether or not you're a creator or ever put anything on YouTube, what a lot of people don't realize is the amount of time, equipment sometimes that people use in order to put out a good quality video. Now that doesn't mean that you can't. I mean, there's people who have 500,000 people watching their video and they walk around with a GoPro. And they have, you know, there's not a whole lot of edits, or there's not just a ton of stuff that they do. Maybe they don't do any B-roll footage, or they don't do anything in it. I'm not saying you have to have everything I'm about to show you in order to put a video together. That's for sure. There's some people out there with very successful content that use very basic stuff. But I did want to show you what I use. You guys know that in order for me to get the type of footage I get with the Corvette, you know, you got to have action cameras, and that's where the GoPros are huge. And I get asked all the time, Chuck, how many GoPros do you use? Well, let me tell you this, I started off this channel with one, and I did everything on that one GoPro. But I got tired of having to get out, change the view, the angle, and all those types of things. So what I have now is, yes, I have a GoPro addiction. So guys, not only do I have just one GoPro, but I have several GoPros. Matter of fact, LeBron, tell these people how many GoPros I have.
2, not 3, not 4, not 5.
So as LeBron just said, I have 6 GoPros, not 5, but 6. I actually have one that's, I'm actually using another camera right now, and then my son actually is using one today to grab some footage at school. But I have 6 GoPros that are on the car whenever I go out and shoot a video. If it's going to be some type of action video, maybe a cruise with the Corvette Club, or sometimes I'll do a drive around and just kind of talk to you guys in the car. I have all of these GoPros working. I actually I have 4 of the Hero Session. 3 of them are the Hero Session 4, or the Hero Session. Let me get this. There's way too many to remember, but there's the Session, which is the very first one that GoPro put out. And again, these are just like little cubes. They're just little bitty guys like this. Let's see if you guys. So they're not very big at all. Just little bitty old things. And I put them in these little protective cases, and then use the Jobies to put them on the cars. And as you can see, you know, I put them in 6 different areas. I put one at the bottom right of the car, as you can see here, just simply because most of the time when we're out with the vet club, a lot of times we're in the right-hand lane because we're trying to allow traffic to go by us so that we can all stay together. unless we're just needing to get somewhere like the Oklahoma City trip a couple of weeks ago, where we're just kind of flying in the left-hand lane and everybody's getting out of our way. But this what allows you to get that real up-close footage at kind of a little different angle, as you can see here. As you know, to get this type of angle up at the cars, I use this particular GoPro session to give me that footage. I think it's just another way of looking at these cars from kind of a low perspective up. I think it's a great shot. And that's probably one of my favorite shots on the car. Secondly, I also put one on the windshield that's pointing forward. That allows me to see, you know, allows you guys to see kind of what I'm seeing as far as I'm driving. This is a really cool shot, especially whenever I'm just kind of flying by maybe some of the vets, trying to get in front of them so that I can get some footage of them, or letting them fly by me, or just seeing the traffic that's ahead. Sometimes I'll use this particular shot whenever I'm going to do maybe a speed up motion, where I may take a minute and a half worth of video and then I'll speed it up or condense it to maybe 8 times faster than that, so that you guys can see that real quick action that happens whenever I do that. The next one I do is on the back of the car. This is a really good, to me, a really good angle whenever the Corvettes are kind of where at stop signs or cars are at stop signs. It really allows you to see not only the Corvettes behind me, but also be able to see people's maybe reaction. You're able to see, you know, those cars kind of really pull up on it. And this is kind of a really cool, again, more of, I like this look, this angle more when I'm stopped than I am kind of cruising down the road. But yes, I do use it when I'm in some of my videos to get that type of footage. The next two I actually do on the driver's side. I use a Hero Session, and then as well as a GoPro Hero Silver. Silvers are what I started with. The Hero Sessions have come along. So from this side, this is kind of where, you know, I'm able to get a couple of views. And a lot of times I'll also do this on the driver, on the passenger side, if I know I'm going to be out with the Corvettes, if we're going to be in the right-hand lane, because this type of setup allows me to get the cars, you know, as I'm going by them, but also as I'm coming up to them. So in this type of footage where you're seeing the car, you know, kind of coming up on me, or me coming up on the car, and then as I'm passing it, you're able to get this view from my angle or my perspective back towards the car as I am passing it. So those are really good angles, and again, you can do that on either side of the car to get those type of angles. Again, I usually only do this setup on the passenger side of the car if I know we're going to be traveling in the right-hand lane and trying to stay together. If we're going to be cruising pretty fast, then of course I'll switch and I'll put two cameras on the driver's side. And then I put, as you see here, I have one on the driver's side or the passenger side, or vice versa, just in case I want to try to get some footage of the cars and we are going to be in the right-hand lane or left-hand lane. Just a lot going on there. So I may even probably most likely adding another one probably here in the near future. That way I can have 2 on the left, 2 on the right, 1 up front, 1 on the back, and then you know, of course, the lower shot on the right-hand side. And you know, I think the biggest thing is I'm cruising down the road. Not only are people checking out, you know, just a really cool Z06, but a lot of times people are just looking at, you know, because they're red on a black car, they see all these little red mounts, and they're kind of intrigued by that. I've had some people, you know, of course, when I'm at a stoplight, say, "Hey, you know, well, what are all those?" A lot of people don't even know they're GoPros, and so I tell them, and it's just an opportunity for me to, you know, be able to share the channel with some people. I always tell them, "Hey, if you want to check out the footage, go to Corvettes 918, and you can see all that there." If you guys decide you want to get a GoPro, you want to put it on your car, you want to get some footage, you want to do something like that, these are the best suction cups on the market. I've used probably 8 different ones. I've had 5 of them fly off the car. These right here, not a single one of them have ever come off the car. And the way they work is is basically you have the suction cup here and you place it on the car. And you kind of wiggle it around, kind of make it, you know, allow it to grip or window or whatever. And once you get it there, you just take this little right here and you just twist it, and it locks it on. I mean, it's not coming off. And then all you do to release it is you just turn it again and it releases the suction. But once it's on there, it really allows you to loosen these up. You just loosen the side here, and you can then take this thing and just move it wherever you want. I mean, this thing's got great angle. I mean, you can movement, I guess I should say. I mean, it's 360 around. You can move this thing just wherever you got it. And then once you have it where you want it, all you do is on the side, this little knob right here, all you do is tighten it up. And just get it tight until it's, you know, good and tight. And it will literally stay just like that on your car. And you guys have seen my footage. There's been a few times I've been in Mexico, and you know, I'm amazed at $1.50 that these old boys right, these little guys right here just hanging on like no tomorrow. Guys, the rest of my arsenal is now all here. Whenever I'm doing any type of voice overlay, meaning that maybe I've shot some stuff and I want to kind of talk about it. I know when I did the foam cannon episode about 3 weeks ago, and I was talking about the foam cannon, I use a blue exterior mic where I take that and I just plug it into a dongle, which is on, I have the newer MacBook Pro 15-inch, and of course it's got all the, you know, little toolbar that you can touch, all that kind of stuff. And I use Final Cut Pro 10 as far as my editing software. And this is kind of a, I don't know how close I'm gonna be able to get you guys to this. See if how close we can get. But this is basically a video here. And if you'll notice, like down in here, you'll see these little bitty markers. We'll just hit play. Every single time the beat changes, that's what I place these little markers here for. So that whenever it beats, I change what you're seeing. With no message in a bottle, so what I do is I take footage and I cut it down, and then I place a footage. I'll kind of blow this up here. You can see that a different frame happens. And I do that, I go through and I listen to the music, I listen to the beat, and then as that goes through there, I'll hit the M key, and that puts a mark. And so that lets me know where that's where that beat is, and then I'll make sure that as I come to each one of these beats that I'm changing what you guys are seeing to allow the video to kind of go with the beat of the music. You know, and this is something that I haven't used a whole lot of. I would say probably the last 15 videos. And I'm probably gonna start using this more and more now that we're getting into better seasons. And then, you know, just kind of, I actually had this and I almost forgot that I had it just because of where I had placed it. But this right here is gonna allow me to give you guys, when I'm doing, you know, shots of someone's cars, you know, on all my videos, if I'm not doing a cruise, I'll grab 3 or 4 cars that I haven't done in the past, and I'll try to just get some real close footage of those cars. And this right here just allows you to get that, you know, as you know, kind of spin it to get that footage, it really allows you to get that cinematic view versus, you know, kind of real, you know, because no matter if you take this thing and you move it, however you move it, it will pan. It's got 4 different modes, so it gives you that real smooth cinematic look. So I'll be using this more in the videos to come. So if you guys will notice that the videos look a little bit better. when it comes to looking at those cars. The next thing that I also use, I use two different lenses. I use the lens that you're seeing me on now, and then I also use, which that one is a 10 to 18, and this is a 18 to 55 lens. Both of them are Canons. That one is kind of a vlogging lens, the one you guys are watching me on now. This right here, if I need to get a little bit closer, this allows me to do that there. If I'm going to be out, it's going to be really, really windy, and I'm going to be talking with people, or I'm going to be talking to you guys, then what I'll do is I'll take the, when you guys saw earlier, but I have a rogue cat with a dead cat on it, and I'll take that off, or like if I'm going to be out in the garage doing something, maybe cleaning the car, I'll take that off, I'll put this on, and then I'll put this on my belt, and then I'll talk to you guys through this. You know, one thing in all my videos, I hate watching videos that the sound is horrible. You know, maybe it's a great video, but the sound is just, you know, just a whole lot of wind, or just a whole lot of, and I know some of those things you don't know how bad it's going to be until you get into post-production and you start checking out the footage, and it's just like every shot is just wind. So there's sometimes that you can't get around that, and sometimes if I know it's going to be if it's really, really windy, that's where I'll use this, maybe do some voiceover, because I hate for you guys to hear a bunch of wind. I hate it too, but audio is huge for me. I try to keep you guys, I try to give you guys the best that I can. Now, of course, something that is new to my arsenal within the last probably 3 months is the DJI Mavic Pro. So all the footage you guys see on my videos that comes from the aerial type stuff is done by this guy here. Just a great, you know, I can't get over how something this small, and it's not very big. You guys have watched the videos on this. If you haven't, there's tons of them out there. But something this small that just collapses down, and the amount of technology that is in this is just mind-blowing. But this little guy right here, I mean, we get some windy times here in Oklahoma, and a lot of times I'm shooting videos for you guys, and it's quite a windy day. And this little thing, literally, I can just set it up there, and it just you know, it will just sit there and hover, you know, 300 feet in the air, and it's windy, and you guys don't really see a whole lot of that movement. I fly it with a iPad mini, and if it's really going to be sunny outside, something that I haven't really had to use is this right here is kind of a shade for it. You kind of put it inside of it, and this kind of pops up like this. The controller hooks to the top here on these edges, and then the iPad sits inside of it, and it acts as if it's real sunny outside, it allows you to see it. These iPads are horrible. If you have one, you know if you get out in the sun, you can't see anything. And what this does is it kind of helps protect and allows me to see everything while I'm flying. So that's what I have there. You know, if you're brand new to the channel and you have a car or a motorcycle or something that, you know, you're just proud of, you love to get out and cruise in it, and make sure you send me a picture or a small video of it. You can send it to my email. It's located in the description below. I like to incorporate my community in my channel, just like we're going to do today. We're going to show a lot of cars at the end of this video. So if you've sent one in the last 2 or 3 weeks, I'm going to put as many of them on this video as I can. Also, something that I do on a weekly basis is I do a weekly drawing. And all you have to do to get entered in is just simply comment, like, and subscribe to the video. So if you're already a subscriber, that's checked off. All you need to do is go down below and make any type of comment that you want about the video, and then give it a like, and that automatically puts you into a drawing. And every Friday, after Friday evening, I go in and I've got a computer software that I dump all your comments into, and then it just does a random selector, and it selects a comment. And over the last, wow, how many we had? 1, 2, 3. We've had 4 winners since I started. We have Ricky out of New York. We have Dan, who was in British Columbia. Shout out to all you Canadians out there. Also Brad in North Carolina. Also Arturo out of California have been the last 4 winners that we've had. So I give you an option between, you can get an Amazon gift card if you want, a $25 Amazon gift card, a $25 Starbucks, I can't remember all the different ones, but when you win on Friday evening, I will go in and I'll reply to your comment in that, hey, you won. So every Friday, if you haven't checked your YouTube, go back and check that week's video, and I in bold letters, I'll type in there, hey, you're the winner. Contact me in my email below. So that's just a cool way for me to give back to you guys. I don't do it to promote my channel. I just do it because I love giving back to people. I love to give to people anyway, but it's just a cool way to give back to the people who check my videos out every week. So guys, that's this week's video, and we're about to get to your cars, your vehicles, and then guys, until I see you next Saturday morning at 9 a.m., I hope you have a blessed week.
I was too young, and I didn't understand that you were not one, and I can't wait to see you hindsight is fleeting. When your heart's bleeding and all you can see is red, till you discover it is within each other to forgive and make amends. If I had known then what I know now, I wouldn't have said what I said. I took the long road, thought I'd be better on my own. Sometimes what's right is wrong.